Tonight on Mid-Season Report, new study has shown the brains of AD carries have been shrinking significantly after playing more than 5 games of Senna and Seraphine. This
Mm-hmm.
might be a problem.
GLV Miho and MCE Rutledge top laners for both Meme Esports and Glaive Esports have gone on strike after being told they will be playing weak side top lane for the rest of the season. When asked for a quote, they said, "They only want us on Maokai and Ornn. I almost fell asleep at my keyboard trying to practice them."
Look at Gragas, why this champion may have gone from the biggest loser to the biggest winner in a matter of a few patches. All of that on Mid-Season Report. Hello everybody, I'm Gunjan, and this is...
I'm Cowboy.
And welcome to Mid-Season Report, your biggest and best coverage of all things Excellency Mid-League Season 2. How are you doing today, Cowboy?
You know, I'm doing absolutely incredible. My day has been nice. Have a little bit of a headache for some of the day, but good thing that it is over just as the report is starting. How about you over there, Gunjan?
I'm doing absolutely fine, and I promise you your headache is going to be cleared up with the two banger sets we have tonight. Omega Gaming Unleashed versus Anarchy Lime for our first best of 2, and Meme City Esports Rush versus Legendary Wolves for the second best of 2. Do not turn away from Mid-Season Report, and do not turn away from Excellency Mid-League Week 5. However, as we get into Week 5, we will be turning it over to Mac Duyu with the standings now.
Hey everyone. My throat's a little clogged up getting in here. It's been a vacation so far through the mid-league, but I got news for these teams. The honeymoon is about to come to an abrupt close as we're about all the way through the first round robin, and boy, has Memezilla become the king of the midsters so far through Season 2. 16-0, haven't dropped a game as they're going to look to start off the first set of week number 5, completing the first round robin completely perfect. Meanwhile, Glaive Esports, Omega Gaming Unleashed, Darkside, and AoE God Squad have kind of been faltering over the past couple weeks. I feel like we need to really see some more consistency coming through from all of these teams. Glaive Esports really, since getting taken down in 2-0 fashion against Meme City Esports Rush, I mean, when are they going to start going back to the Glaive dominance that we're used to seeing from them? No more are the 20-minute victories coming through, and Omega Gaming Unleashed last week was even able to push the series almost to a quick 2-0 fashion until the lane swap came through for the Glaive solo laners. It's going to be more awesome action for the mid-league as we go through week number 5, and the playoffs are a-coming. The top 6 teams are going to be placed into a bracket, so that means Legendary Wolves are hanging on and hoping to get some more comfort here through the upcoming weeks to try to get out of that 6th seed spot. They really don't want to be the team to try to take on Meme City Esports Rush. All the way back in week number 1, they got smashed in 2-0 fashion. It has been a bit of a different Legendary Wolves, though, throughout the weeks. We haven't seen them on stream in a while. And slowly but surely, they've started to develop in a bit of a dark horse, slowly but surely creeping up in the standings. That means, though, Anarchy Lime and Divine Ascension Ruby are on the outside looking in at the moment. They need to try to find a way to pick up some big wins through the final weeks of mid-league if they want to put themselves in the conversation for playoffs. Meanwhile, One Brain Boys and AoE Team 1, the first 4 weeks not really going according to plan, though. AoE Team 1 showing some signs of life against AoE God Squad just last week, able to take a game off of them, and that's really all how it starts. AoE Team 1, a squad to look at very closely through this week to see if they can keep the momentum rolling in the One Brain Boys. I'm never going to be sleeping on my guy Johnny Esports and the rest of the team. Mid-league is going to continue to be exciting. Going to kick it back over to the desk, though, to keep it going.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you see Rico sitting there? Right there? Yeah. That's him judging you.
Okay, my bad. I
Extremely
thought
hard.
I thought Gunjin was gonna.
If you
throw
want
it
to be
an ad.
professionally
That's on me.
reviewed by Rico,
Yeah.
exactly like the clip you see just
Hey,
before
hey,
you,
no worries.
No.
call 1-800-555 Rico Review, but review is spelled wrong, and it's up to interpretation of how it's spelled.
I think it's back to analyst desk.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Do you see Rico sitting there? Right there? Yeah. Oh, we got it? Alright, we got it. Amazing. Oh, I'm in the void now.
Are we?
NA production.
Well, that was the ad break, and we are back on the desk. Cowboy, we talked about the standings. Again, we've talked about all the dark horses. Looking at the standings wise, there's a very big tie for that 4th seed. Darkside, AoE God Squad, Legendary Wolves, all 9-7. All have split 1-1 games against each other. Who do you have really breaking out in this pack?
Well, it's a very tough question. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have headphones in, and that was very quiet. Could you say the team names again?
So we have Darkside, AoE God Squad, and Legendary Wolves right now tied for 4th. Obviously, again, 9-7. They do have points differential because Darkside and AoE God Squad have had a 2-0, while Legendary Wolves might have had some 1-1. So there's a point difference, but they are very close in terms of wins and losses. They're pretty much in that 4th to 6th seed tiebreaker. So who do you have really breaking out and trying to challenge the top 3?
Well, I think it's a pretty known fact that I'm pretty biased towards the Legendary Wolves. You know, week 1 got me being a huge fan. You know,
I mean,
So-
epic fail guy, best AD
epic
in
fail
the
guy.
league.
You know, he's going strong.
No,
You go. Sorry.
no, he's definitely again a very strong AD carry, very lane dominant. I personally love how he plays, but in terms of with what Darkside and AoE God Squad can do, we saw it last week where AoE God Squad actually did end up splitting 1-1 versus AoE Team 1. So again, a little bit of a hiccup on the road, especially when you need to be beating these the lower tier teams to really boost your standings up. But as this playoff race kind of continues, those wins and losses can add up, especially with Anarchy Lime trying to string together enough wins to get into that top 6.
And truthfully, I do think Anarchy Lime is going to do pretty well. I know they're considered one of the bottom teams, but I have a lot of hope for them. You know?
Again, they've had some good games. They are going to be playing Omega Gaming Unleashed, which is going to be a tough test for them. But they did end up splitting 1-1 versus Legendary Wolves, which is a team that is in that playoff race. So I think they do have a chance. I think they're going to be really, they're going to be kind of that underdog team where, again, they're not in that top 6, but if you lose a game against them, especially in that 4 to 6 bracket, you can kind of get knocked out of the bracket really easily. And especially with these playoff races being so close, any 2-0 for either side is going to be a lot of points given up.
Absolutely. Well, I do believe that we are going to toss it over to wrong. Is that the wrong way? Yours truly, Gungeon, with the weather.
And the weather report is coming in live. As you guys can see, we have a strong accumulation of Gnar in the top lane. This champion's really popped off in the last couple of patches. He has a really high play rate, especially in solo queue, with a 17% pick rate, with a 51% win rate as well. So a lot of play, a lot of wins. He does really well into a lot of matchups. So I expect that this this tropical storm front Gnar is going to be moving in, and we'll see it a lot more in mid league as well. I do want to address what's happening in that mid lane, this dark cloud patch, these cumulonimbus clouds that are Viego. We saw it last week, absolutely popped off on the side of AoE God Squad, sorry. For their mid laner, he does a lot of damage. Kraken Slayer plus Blade of the Rune King is a really strong combo. There is a lot of setup as well that needs to go around him if he wants to get played in that mid or top lane. But with the amount of help he can get, especially in these coordinated environments, he can really take over a game because he becomes such an amazing split pusher. So be careful of those Viego clouds in the mid and top lane side. For Rel, we have not seen her a lot in at least streamed games for the side of Excellency mid league, but she has a super high pick rate, almost a 20% pick rate in solo queue Plat Plus. She has a super high win rate right now, sitting at a 59% win rate. Ton of engage. She reminds me of what pre-nerf Rakan used to be, where she has that instant flash W ulti engage. So be very careful for those Rel Stormfront. She's going to be moving into your bot lane, and a lot of AD carries are going to be dying. Be very careful. And if you're, again, look out for Hurricane Gragas. We mentioned it in the introduction, but Hurricane Gragas is actually spreading through all corners of the map. Top lane, jungle, mid, sometimes even support. He has a ton of build flexibility. He can go tank, he can go AP. There's a lot of things that Gragas can do. So be careful for Hurricane Gragas. He is coming in heavy, like Gragas is, and he's coming in strong. That is all with the weather report, and now we're going to be throwing it over to another ad break.
Sir?
Yeah, and the boy, and wait, where's the Yeti?
Long story, but, we've been having some troubles on the Rift.
Wait, so what has been going on?
Well, our missing link isn't doing too well. Our Starforger is inting, and the Desert Rose is godlike. Well, she's still OP, I guess, but we're doing terrible. What should we do?
I don't know how to put this. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to sacrifice you.
What? No, wait.
Okay, let's see. Those points go there. Perfect. Ooh, now my Berserker's even stronger. I think we can 1v9.
Download Invade Light Champions and level up your Berserker faster than ever.
We are back with the mid-season report. Cowboy, again, fantastic ad breaks here. But
Rico doesn't like it. Rico, stop. Rico, stop.
Rico said that ad was absolutely pop. Again, I want to ask Cowboy, with the meta shaping up how it is, with Viego moving in, with Gragas being a threat in almost all different lanes except AD carry, what champions do you really see coming through in the upcoming weeks, especially for a lot of these teams?
Well, obviously, champions that are going to be coming along is, of course, going to be Gragas. I'm very well expecting to see Viego coming in that mid lane or the top lane, even the jungle maybe, but I do think he's stronger as a solo laner right now, if I'm not wrong.
Agree with you 100%. I think the amount of gold generation he gets in the top and mid lane definitely help a lot, and his gank isn't too bad in the jungle, but it's not like the greatest thing ever.
No. He definitely needs laners that know what they're doing, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, we saw it, again, you weren't here to cast it, sadly, but last week, we saw Viego in the top lane. He got a lot of gank pressure again from the side of AoE God Squad, but he absolutely smashed in the side lanes with having the Kraken Slayer and Blade of the Ruin King completed at like 18 minutes in. He was just smashing side lanes.
Honestly, I do not think he's going to be a priority pick this week. Even though he is a fairly good champion, he hasn't really gotten what we like to call the Riot treatment, where he's absolutely absurd broken OP, you know? So that's not quite there yet.
Hey, the Riot treatment is absurd OP broken into absurd OP into the ground. So we'll see if they end up giving him the Riot treatment. But I do want to move over to a champion that, again, we haven't seen a lot. I do expect her to be picked, especially in some of these stream games, because I think she's super strong. Rel. Insane engage, a lot of utility, can keep her AD carry safe and peel, and she can also engage. Again, I mentioned pre-nerf Rakan, where she has the Flash W ultimate. It's really hard to get disengaged from, and the stun. How do you see Rel kind of playing out? Do you think she's going to be pick and ban?
Absolutely. I have absolutely no doubts that Rel is, at least in a organized 5v5 setting, going to be extremely strong. So, I do believe she's going to be pick or ban for, well, that reason. The buffs to her damage ratios is going to be really nice, but the biggest thing is that cooldown? No. The timer between when she can attach to somebody and stun was like majorly reduced, and that's going to make team fighting so much easier with Rel.
No, I agree. It was super, super clunky beforehand. I do like that they ended up kind of decreasing that timer, because it felt like you'd sometimes get deattached and couldn't reattach to another ally. So I agree. The buff is huge. I think she does a lot in the bot lane as well. And again, we have a lot of jungle support duos that are super strong in this league. Obviously mentioning Meme City Esports' bot lane. They're in Meme City Esports jungle support duo in Acid, plus we have Angel in the bot lane. Super strong jungle support duo. I expect a lot of jungle supports duo to run something like, especially with jungle kind of going a little bit lower econ with the upcoming changes to jungle XP plus jungle gold generation. We're going to see a lot more jungle ganks. Again, I expect maybe champions like even Jarvan to come out. We did see it last week where level 2 Jarvan gank plus a Rel. Jarvan ulti plus Rel ulti combo. I know that you're excited to cast that. That is an absolute banger of a team fight.
What was it, Jarvan Gragas?
No, Jarvan Rel. Yeah.
Rel, right.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Sometimes there are things that you shouldn't say, and I believe that is on the list of one of them that you shouldn't.
You think it's like inviting like a curse? It's like
yeah,
Jarvan
exactly.
Rel, Jarvan
it's
Rel,
absolutely
Jarvan Rel.
disgusting. Because like, if Jarvan uses his Cataclysm, is that what it's called? I think so.
Yeah.
On somebody, then Rel can just jump in and then like perma CC them, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? It's like, if you're if you're playing anybody other than Kai'Sa, you're basically screwed.
I mean, that's the reason that Kai'Sa might be a little bit of a priority pick in the league right now, with how strong she is, being able to be kind of self-sufficient. But again, I agree with you. If I see Beastlance's Callista trapped in a Jarvan Rel combo, I cry for him, and I cry for a lot of the AD carries in this league.
Oh yeah, that's just one of the reasons why Kai'Sa is going to be even more of a priority pick.
And again, with that, I am your host, Gunjan. This was my On the Desk with me, Cowboy, and that is your mid-season report. We will be back next week, or maybe we won't, with a game show. But never forget, Excellency Mid-League Week 5 is going to be an absolute banger. And now we're going to turn it over to a little bit of a break before we get into game number 1 against Anarchy Lime and Omega Gaming Unleashed.